Look at this cutie patootie I have found. Ah, he's so cute. Looks like a squirrel. It's not a squirrel though. It looks like one. It's a starbuncle, whatever that means, I don't know. Anyways, you have clicked on this video because you want to know how to import or export items from your AE2 storage, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So importing or exporting items in AE2, it's actually very simple, or the ATM10 Modpack, which I'm using right now. You actually only need 2 buses, well 3, there's actually 3 useful buses. So, we have the import bus, export bus, and import export bus, which basically does 2 things at once, and it's actually useful in a certain scenario, which I'll show you later on. But first of all, let's stick to import and export bus. Right, so before you start anything, you obviously need an AE2 network, which I actually have showed you multiple times how to do that. So if you don't have an AE2 network, then just go to the description down below and there's a video waiting for you with additional tutorials. Okay. Well, then what you just need to do is you need to get your import buses and just basically connect them to your network. I'm going to do 1 on each side. There we go. So this is an import bus and this is an export bus. Now, if I plug in a chest to basically each of these buses, now I'm going to explain the functions of these buses very carefully because I always get mixed up between them because the name is a little bit confusing. So, the import bus is importing stuff to your network, okay? The export bus is not exporting to your network, it is exporting items to you, okay? I hope that makes sense. Let me just say this again. Import imports stuff to your network. Export exports stuff out of your network, okay? So basically, if I come to my import bus and I put a bunch of obsidian, as you can see, it starts to disappear. Now, it's very, very slow because I don't have any acceleration cards. But if I put acceleration cards, as you can see, a bunch of obsidian is just going to disappear instantly. One bam bam. And all of this has basically went to my storage. As you can see, if I withdraw it and I literally send it again, there you go, 35 obsidian, right? So basically the import bus, like I said, it imports stuff to your network and it's very, very useful. Then we have the export bus. The export bus basically exports stuff to you, right? So if I go into the filter and I just put obsidian, it will actually start exporting obsidian to this chest. As you can see, it's disappearing from my terminal. Let me actually put acceleration cards. There we go. So if I put my obsidian back into my network, as you can see, it's just going to come here. There we go. One bam bam. My obsidian is getting exported. And that's my whole obsidian. Now, if you want to filter items, it's actually very simple. All you just need to do is come to your buses and just put the stuff here, right? This is your filtering options. As you can see, I've got obsidian here and it is not getting sent to the network, regardless like what I put here. Unless I put the diamond block, right? As you can see, instantly disappears. Let's put AllTheMods. As you can see, instantly disappears. Let's put the pickaxe. I should also get, there we go. I also got sent back to the network, as you can see, right? So that's how you use filtering. And the same would be with export. If you want to export a specific item, you just have to put it right here. And it's going to start to get exported or imported. It's like, you get the idea, right? It's just like I said, it is mixing up with the vocabulary. And because of the filtering, so I've got diamond here, all the diamonds are going to get exported out of the network. Let's actually stop it because I've got a bunch, as you can see, a bunch of stuff. Let's actually put it back to the chest, just put everything back so it gets sent back. There we go. Awesome. Now, like I promised, I'm also going to show you the import export bus, which is a bit harder to use because there's like, you need to basically get a specific setup. But also, just before I move on to, just in case you get stuck with literally anything, don't forget that you can open the guide. If you hover over, make sure there's nothing in your J, because if you actually search up, it actually prevents you. Oh, actually, never mind. They actually fixed it. If you hover over an item, as you can see, it allows you to search stuff, right? So if I type in import bus, as you can see, it actually tells you what it does, right? This is very useful just in case you forget or you need a specific tutorial. Now, the import-export bus works a little bit differently, right? As you can see, the import-export bus is a mixture of an import, blah, blah, blah. The filter can be set to configure the exported stacks. Anything that is not on the filter is a valid stack to be imported, right? So basically, if you set up a, let's set up a little cable here, and you basically put a import-export bus, and you put a chest on the top, like so. Right, so the way the import export bus works, it's actually very, very useful. However, you just need to get around how to actually use it. So if you put any filtering options, right, so if I basically put obsidian and a diamond block, it's actually going to send stuff to me. So it's actually exporting stuff, right? As you can see, obsidian and diamond block, and they're also getting sent one by one, which you can actually change right here. As you can see, scheduling mode, it says export using round robin, right? As you can see, and you can change it random, whatever. I'm going to use round robin so you guys can actually understand how it works. So like I said, if you put anything here in these filters, it's actually going to bring stuff to you, okay? Now, if you put anything that is not a part of the filter, so let's say I put a block of AllTheModium, it's actually going to send it right back to the network, right? And I mean, you guys can see that. Let's actually maybe do it like this. So as you can see, I have a unobtainium pickaxe and then mace. So I'm actually going to put it right here. And as you can see, it's right back in the network, right? So if you don't set any filters and you just put stuff into the chest, it's going to get sent back to the network. But if you go to the export bus, as you can see, if you put any filtering options, the stuff is just going to get sent to you, or it's actually going to get exported to you, right? I hope that makes sense. It's not really that difficult, even if you don't understand anything. It's literally just a couple of just playing around, like 2 minutes of playing around, and you will understand how everything works. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions, don't forget to join my Discord, where I usually answer a bit quicker than YouTube comments. But don't forget that you can also comment. I will answer also. I answer all comments. So yeah, thank you for watching and peace.